This is the sixth and final video for 7-2A absolute value. We're now going to basically do the reverse. We're going to use descriptors, and the equations are pre-built for us. Describe in words how the absolute value graph y equals absolute value of x minus 6 differs from the parent function. And if there's any transformations, we want to be sure to include them. So this is the graph is, this is inside, so that's my H. So this is horizontal, so this is left and right. So the graph is translated right 6 units. And that's all we're looking for, is just describing it and trying to use key vocab. So it looks like it's left, but it's actually right. So right 6 units, and I don't need the graph, but again, I can Desmos graph this if I want to double check it. Let's look at another one. Describe in words how the absolute value graph y equals -8 times the absolute value of x differs from the parent function. The graph is narrower or steeper and opens downward. Opening downward because it's negative, or is reflected the x-axis. Doesn't matter which one you name first. You could even be more specific and state that its steepness is 8 times that of the parent function, each side of this V-shaped graph, versus this one that has a rise of 1 and run of 1 for each side. Obviously, 1/2 is negative. This one's going to have a rise of 8 and a run of 1. Obviously, this is going to be also upside down or flipped, but you get the idea that 8 times steeper. But we can also just use something like this to describe the comparison to the parent function. If you think you got it, feel free to stop the video. If you want to see one more, here it is. Sometimes it always won't be with this traditional parent function, but it is in this case. So if it isn't, then you might need to kind of think about and analyze. So this one is, the graph is, it doesn't matter which one we start with, but let's start with, I'm just going to start with the A value is wider or less steep. This is opening up, so I don't need to talk about that because that's the same. And it's translated. This is my K value with outside. So it is as it appears. So it's translated up 7 units. And that is everything that is going on in that one. And that was absolute value. If you have questions or comments that I didn't address, feel free to go to the last slide and please post them there, or post a Google Classroom comment, or feel free to email me.